Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I know that this is a really weird shot, but somebody was asking me about my setup for lights and my camera. I have a Logitech camera right here, this little tiny guy, and it hooks over there to my computer. Don't judge my mess because I have a big one right now. And then for lights, I have one of these funny little lights, which I just realized isn't even on. And you just, one of those tall long lights. And then I got these crazy lights at like I don't know, it's like this overstock place that we have in our little town where they just sell all kinds of random bins of stuff that you can go through and find things, and you might only be able to find one, or you might find 10 or whatever. So that's what those two, that's all one light, and it's a clip. So I just have it clipped to that thing with all my scissors and stuff in it. And then this is one that my sister gave me that's also a clip, and they move around really easy. So see, they're like that really bendy stuff. But anyways, that's all I have. I don't have like anything fancy, but it does give me a lot of light, which you need right here, because you're usually seeing more like this kind of view, and that gives you a lot of light. So as you can see, I'm set up to do a flip through of the Rust and Numbers journal, so I will be right back and we will do that. Okay, so here we are back at my Logitech, which is right above me, and I was obviously using my phone just to get that little bit so you could see it. I could have moved the Logitech around and stuff, but yeah, that's kind of a pain, so I just leave it there and I can move it back and forth, or this way, however I need to try to get as straight a picture as possible. And then the lights I move around just to try to get good light here, because sometimes it does get very shadowy, and I've tried lots of different ways of doing lighting, and this is my newest and I like it the best. Like, it seems to work really well because I have light kind of going sort of all around. So this is my Rust and Numbers journal that you guys have seen mostly, but this is going to Lori. That's going to be its forever home. Well, unless she gives it away. She talked about possibly giving away, so I don't know, but that's up to Lori. So I just have some nice seam binding here. I did coffee dye this a little bit just to kind of make it a little more grungy. The color of this seam binding is called Mushroom, so it's already kind of a coffee dyed color. And then, as you know, on the cover we did this together. It's all collaged, and then I put matte medium over the top. It really kind of has almost a like a faux leather feeling in a way. But then there's also these fabric pieces like this and this down here that are just the fabric themselves without anything, and there's fabric stitched all the way around the edge, because my little faux pas of forgetting to go over that edge, and it had the little styrofoam bits hanging out because it was Amazon packaging, their new biodegradable one. And there's some fabric here, fabric up here. So those are the only things that aren't covered in the matte medium. And I did a few coats, so I'm thinking it's going to hold up pretty nicely. And it's nice because it, you can kind of bend it around the book, which is wonderful. Okay, so we go inside, and it has the large pockets like I've been doing with these Amazon packing envelopes. And in here I have a large journaling tag, very large, and that goes right in there because it's basically the whole length of the book. Oh, you know what I don't have yet, Lori, which I will put on, so I apologize because I haven't gotten them yet. That's why I almost forgot. But I have metal corners coming, and they should be here today, so I'll put those on. So those will be on there, Lori. And then this is my Rust and Numbers digi, which is what mostly this journal is. There's some stuff from my Porch Prints, and I'll tell you if there's anything else. This fabric I just got at Walmart a few years ago, so I just liked it because it's just script. Can't really read what it says, and it just was a good color combination for this. Alright, and then this, oh yeah, I forgot, I did use my Spilled Tea, or Spillin Tea. And then this is my Porch Prints, and this is a foreign language, and I'm not sure what, so I apologize for that, but it's a really cool old book page. And that's my Spillin Tea. And then here we have this little tuck with a journaling card tucked in there, and then this is that page, or that sort of pockety thing that we did together that folds open, so you've got lots of extra journaling space there, which is great on these pages where you don't really get to journal. And then this is from my ads. It's old ads, I think is what this one's called. It's in my digi shop, and it's just these old-fashioned ads that came out of an old railroad directory. That's my Porch Prints. This is some Braille that I got from my lovely friend Jo Beth. Hi Jo Beth, love you sweetheart. And that was so kind of her to send. So that looks really cool in there. And my Porch Prints again. And that's again my those old ads. And then this was a pocket that we did together, and I thought I was going to glue it down and have it as a tuck spot, but I decided to sew it in instead. So you flip it this way and it's got a little pocket and a tag there. And then some tea dyed paper from Melody, and my rusted numbers. This one is from my torn paper and Ferns digi. I just went through my digis and tried to find anything that had sort of that grungy kind of coffee dyed, tea dyed, something just to go with this. This is that envelope window pocket that we made, like the one that Rachel at Roxy Creations came up with. It was her idea. And I just glued on a journaling card. So this is the flap, that you can glue down to the page. Well, I stitched it in instead. And so I add a journaling card so you can write there. Some old ledger, and it has a little bit of writing on it. The old ads, and that one's my Porch Prints. Sorry, drew a blank there. And this is that Tim Holtz packaging that we kind of redid. It has a couple of tags just tucked in there, and then on the other side of the page, and you can move this wherever you would like, because it's like basically like an altered paper clip. On the other side I just did the fabric and a journaling card. It just tucks under there. And then my rusted numbers, and just some music. Rusted numbers, that again is from my torn paper and Ferns. That's my Porch Prints. This is from Tailor Made Journals. That's her, it's like espresso and something. I'll have links to these things below so that if you're interested. This is torn paper and Ferns. This is my Porch Prints. Some tea dyed paper. The little flatware bag that you get at, I get them at Wieners. I don't know if other restaurants are using the same ones, but anyway, it's a long bag like that. So I fold it in half, and then you get a pocket on this side and a pocket on the other side. Oh, I didn't think I put that one in there. I forgot that's the same guy, so I was going to put this one in the back pocket. This will switch out. So this is the other tag that I made to go in these, so I'll put this one in here instead, just so it's not the same guy. Little more interest, right? And that's the center of the signature, and it's all stitched in there. And this is the other side of that flatware bag that we decorated up together. And some tea dyed, my Porch Prints, torn paper and Ferns, Tailor Made Journals, and then this one has the large tag, and this tag is in my rusted numbers. I just added the Tim Holtz kid, and this is in my rusted numbers, and then one of my cogs there. And then this is where I stuck that little pocket that we made this week on the idea journal deal, and that just goes in that pocket. And that's torn paper and Ferns, rusted numbers, music paper. There's a little tuck here. This tag is in the rusted numbers digi, and I just backed it with some of the rusted numbers paper. And then this is one of those little pockets that we made together. And there's little kind of journaling cards in here. Because they were so tiny, I thought it would be better to have it like this. You've got a lot more space to write on there if you have a folded one instead of just the little itty bitty spot to write. It gives you a little more space at least. So that's fun. And then that's my rest of numbers, tea-dyed paper, a journaling card, and then this is a Rita Donnelly flip, so you can write here too. And my old ads, some ledger, and this is that Roxy Creations window envelope that I was saying that other side has the journaling card. There's that. And I like him turned this way because I didn't do a great job of lining him up with the windows, so he gets like chopped in half. So, rest of numbers. And then this is the other side of that pocket. There's a little journaling card in there. And then you can write on this. I decided to just leave it because it's really nice tea-dyed paper. And my old ads. My Porch Prints, and then this tag is in my rest of numbers. I just put a cog and a little collage and one of Tim Holtz characters there, and then this little pocket. There's another little tag in there. That just slides in there. And try not to mess up the fabric. It's not stitched, it's stapled, so. And then my Porch Prints, and that foreign language, I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure what that is, but it looks so cool. It's like a poem. And then here we have this pocket that we made together with the glassine, or it's actually, what do you call that? Parchment paper. And I stitched this in black, and then I decided I didn't really like stitching in black. I don't know why. It looks so great when I see other people do it, but I didn't like it. So anyway, so it's the only one that has some black stitching around it. But I mean, it's fine. It looks fine there. I just for some reason, it's not my favorite. When I stitch it, I don't like it. And then here's another large tag that we made together and put the lines on. That goes right in there. These do get a little, there you can feel the bumpiness kind of the like little foam spots they put in there, so it does still crinkle. And then I signed it. So that is that, and I really love how that came out. And Lori, I will put the corners on it for you, so that will be done before it goes out to you. So there it is, all finished. It took me forever. I don't know why. I think it was just I was making ephemera for it, and then I just couldn't make up my mind on the cover and blah blah, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is, I did this just for the fun of it, and it's just my own thing. If anybody's interested, I may, turn it into a digi or something, but it's really just for me. I'm calling it the Roll of the Dice Collage Challenge. It's not really a challenge, it's just challenging, I guess. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. And the same thing with the Rita Donnelly, or not Rita Donnelly, the Marguerite Miller one. It's a challenge to me to use the things that I use. So some people have said something about that, and yeah, I just feel like it's a challenge to help you get better at collaging. Anyways, who cares? So I just have different sets, and I ended up doing like, I think 14, 12, 13, 14, yeah. So I have 14 different sets, and they each have 12 items, because that way you can roll dice and see which items you're going to get. So it's basically very random. Each time you're going to get different things, even if you use the same sets. And I'm just calling them sets, these 12, because I don't know what else to call it. So what I'm going to do is roll the dice, figure out what I need. I'll do like 5 items, and then I'll turn off the camera, find those items, come back and do a collage. Okay? So what I'm thinking you may want to do, you can roll 1 dice or roll 2 dices. 2 dice. 2 die. How's that? Because otherwise you're not going to be able to get like the number 1, for example. So since this is the first time, I'm going to go ahead and just roll 1 die and figure out what we got. So we got 4, so 4 is a flower, so I'm going to write down a flower. And I called this focal set, thinking that it would be nice to have a like focal point for the collage. I feel like sometimes in the Marguerite Miller, it's an awesome, do not get me wrong, it's an awesome set of things. I just sometimes feel like I don't have a focal point, and that could just be me, because I think you could make focal points out of stuff that's in there. That's just how I felt. Okay, and then maybe, so we'll do set 1, and I'll roll 1 die again. Oh, I got 4 again. Handwriting. And mine's horrible. Okay, and you could keep rolling in the same set. Okay, so this time I think I'll roll 2, just for the fun of it. 9, so something slow. This is going to be interesting. But I always make those too long and then I break them because I push too hard. Okay, and then I'll do set 3. I flicked it right up there. 8, music page. And set 4, I'll do 2 again. But you can decide if you want to do 2 or 1 dice. So 6, something that is sweet. I'm just going to say sweet. And what is that? 3, that's 5. Do I want to do 1 more? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do 1 more, just for, the other one does 6, so. I did 6 again. What is with me and the 6? Okay, so a flag. So I'll go find some things and I'll come back and we'll do a collage. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So this is slightly insane because what a random bunch of stuff. But I have cake and the word cake for something sweet. I have a flower, a flag, music paper, something slow, a sloth. This I got out of my sketchbook. And handwriting. So we have our Manila drawing paper is what I'm going to use to put all this on. And this, I'm just going to say, is probably not going to be my best collage ever. But that's all part of it, right? Is trying to just figure out how to put this stuff together that may not totally go together. So this is handwriting from a old notebook that I have about sewing, and so I made a copy of it just because I really love the handwriting and the color of the paper and everything, so I just thought a copy would work just for our crazy collage. And I'm going this way, which I often go the other way, so that's a little bit different too. Yeah, I just thought this might be fun on those days sometimes when I you know, didn't have like a real plan or whatever. I just thought they might be fun. What I may do in the future though, since you guys have seen kind of how I pick the things, is I may roll ahead of time just so that I'm not having to go look for stuff you know, right after I roll. Or I may like just film myself rolling and picking what I need to use and the day before or something like that. I don't know, but it's kind of hard to do it and then go search the stuff down. So anyways, but it's fun. It's fun doing these collage things with just random stuff. I'm really enjoying it, obviously, as you can tell, or I would not have come up with this silliness. But okay. It says hard times and all that, which I don't really think is kind of what I'm going for, so I think I'm going to tear it off just because it doesn't need the words anyways. I just want the music. So yeah, I drew those. Gosh, I bet that's like almost 17 years old, maybe 16 years old. I sketched those out when my son was little because I thought it would be fun to make like toys for boys that were not scary, because at that time, I don't know, it seemed like a lot of the toys, and they may still be that way, I don't look for toys anymore, so, but they were just icky and scary looking, and I thought it would be fun to have stuff that wasn't, but I never ended up actually doing anything about it. But anyway, this will work for our collage today. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. Strings, blue strings. And then we'll put him. He's going to end up being more of my focal point than the flower, really, so yeah, that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. I'm going to actually use this tag because it has these tags, because they have both handwriting and music. I just want another something back here. I'm going to take this off, actually. These I got from my Porch Prints. They came with that digital. They were like a thank you. Very nice. And I don't know that these things even really work together, but we're going to see what we come up with here. The one saving grace is that this is just black and white, so even though the topic of it is kind of odd. What else can we put? This circle. I just feel like it needs, I like the circle idea on here. Okay, I need to ink around this. It's kind of, yeah, mountain climbing sloth, right? He's kind of cute. Yeah, we ended up moving shortly after I came up with this concept, and I did talk to a company about it, but it just, I never did anything about it. And I'm not nearly as inspired by toys as I was then, so don't think I could continue on with it at this point. Probably should have signed it, and I didn't. Actually, that was probably a few years after my son was born. He was probably about 3. No, this one at the back, sorry. This is going to be very random, but fun nonetheless. I just like doing this. I mean, like, I don't even necessarily care how the collages turn out. It's just fun for me. I just love gluing paper down, I think. I mean, I do care. I don't mean it like that. It's just more the process than the end result, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I think I want my cake word. This is from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And this is a sticker, so hallelujah, right? I am going to ink it a little though. And the colors are a little wacky, but we're just going to kind of put it right about here. And I'm going to, oh, I didn't think where I wanted this. Can I pick this up? Oh, Hallelujah, because I think I want to kind of do that sort of a thing. Let me see. That was not called thinking ahead. I'll put some glue on that and it'll stick back down. So if he's going to go about here, I can go there. Kind of maybe think that needs to go over that just a touch, and then the cake. So I need to glue him down, really, is what needs to happen. Glad I caught that before it was too stuck to come back up. So yeah, like anything, because I've heard some people say that they're not good at collage. I mean, I think you can be. I just think it's like anything. You have to train your brain. And I truly believe that, because I might put that cake sort of under. No, I'll just glue this whole thing on. I feel like, you know, musicians have to train their brain, dancers have to train their brain. Pretty much anything you do, you sort of got to get your brain trained before you can do it. Because I used to paint murals, like I've said that before, but now it's been so long since I painted one. I bet I wouldn't be able to do it without, you know, some practice again and stuff. So I just really think that anything, whether it's paper crafting, crocheting, whatever the thing is, I mean, anything you do on a computer, we have to train our brains. Like, they don't, I mean, some people may be better at certain things, for sure, like, I think it's a gift, but I think all of us can train our brain in certain aspects, and so I feel like the best way to do that is like these type of things, just random stuff that you have to make look like something in a collage. Or just mindless collaging is another really good way to train your brain. And what I mean by that is like sitting in front of the TV with a bunch of scraps and just glue them down all over the paper, everywhere. And don't think, don't analyze, don't worry about, oh, that one doesn't go with that one, that type of stuff, because that can come later, but it's just training your brain, basically. It's the only thing about these washi stickers, I do struggle with them, I have to say, because I always get like wrinkles and whatever in them. But yeah, that's my thing on it. I think we can all learn to do a lot of things. Are there people that are going to be better at certain things? Yeah, but that doesn't mean, you know, you can't do it. Because like, people say, do you want to sing with us or whatever, and I say I can't sing, and I've had people say everybody can sing, which is true. We all can, or know the concept of singing. However, you probably don't want to hear me sing, is what I'm trying to say. So I just think, you know, I can sing, I can train myself to sing. Am I going to be the best at it? No. So I just think that you can definitely train, and some things obviously are easier to train yourself to do than others. Like this is easier to train yourself to do than singing, for example, because some of that is just pure ability or gift. I hope that's not rude, or I hope it makes sense what I'm trying to say. I just know you don't want to hear me sing. So I'm just going to put this little random piece of cake right here. I don't know, this is totally goofy. And a flag. I got this out of a flag book that I have. And where do I want to put it? We'll just kind of put it right here. Like you climb the mountain and planted a flag, right? You did it. Slow and steady. All right, there it is. A flower, handwriting, something slow, music page, something sweet, and a flag. This is just extra. So anyway, I hope you guys like that, and let me know what you think. Like if you want to see me do more of these, or if you're like, that was just dumb. But anyway, yeah, just let me know. I thought it was kind of fun. And Lori, I'll get the corners on that, and I will list it in my shop, so you can pick it up whenever you're ready. I will check. Okay, so there it is. Sorry, I realized I didn't ever really show you, and it was really hard to see because the light was shining off of the white paper that the sloth is drawn on. So anyhow, there it is. All right, I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye bye now.